This is your Barbados Today Morning News Update for Monday, September 23rd, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. Prime Minister Mottley has had to defend her administration's handling of the crime problem at a meeting in Brooklyn, New York. She was pressed on the issue by one of the participants at a town hall meeting yesterday, who was specifically concerned about the number of murders, which stand at 35 for the year.
Every life that is lost is one too many.
I agree.
But I don't want us to take things out of context. And the bottom line is that even over the course of the last 5 months, there has been a significant reduction in the number and the rate at which people were being shot in the country. And why? Because people realize that there are people watching and there are people acting. As we speak, I've just taken the extraordinary act of adding a number of judges, 7 new judges, which carries our complement to over another $1 million in expenditure when the year comes, on just judicial salaries and not other expenditure, such that we will have 5 criminal courts. We inherited 10,000 criminal cases in a backlog.
While the town hall meeting was held to address the concerns of Barbadians in the diaspora, it was also used to promote Vision 2020 regathering. Mottley spoke of the many challenges facing the country, including climate change, the threat of automatic weapons, and the dangers of having children persistently exposed to violent video games. She urged those living overseas to unite and fight to retain the things that are inherently Barbadian.
Who is the first set of people we need to come to and say, look, try and come and put your shoulders to the plow? If it ain't you, I am me. Our first obligation is to Barbadians wherever they are on this earth. And that conversation, therefore, is not only for us to come to you, but for you, therefore, to come home with the gathering, January to November, parish by parish. And from the 30th of November to the 31st of December, the entire island. With respect to how we are doing, we are meeting all of our targets. We are not yet where we want to be, but we are satisfied that if we stay the course, that we shall be referring to these years as historic an event, as I just referred to the Confederation riots or other things that have happened in our past.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Jerome Walcott, and Minister of Health and Wellness, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic, accompanied Prime Minister Mottley. It's now official, the Barbados YouthAdvance Corps has had its first intake of school leavers. The participants went off to the Barbados Defence Forces Paragon base for the first 6 weeks of the program that replaces the Barbados Youth Service. At the opening ceremony at the Leicester Vaughan School yesterday, Minister of Youth and Community Empowerment, Adrian Ford, spoke of the benefits of the initiative.
Approximately 3,500 persons leave school every year. And out of this number, 70% remain unemployed to the age of 20 years. It makes no sense we capturing 70 young persons when there are 2,800 who are asking to be counted, who are asking for us to find an alternative and provide an avenue so they can live the Barbadian dream.
Barbados was spared any significant impact from Tropical Storm Karen, but Trinidad and Tobago wasn't so lucky. The weather system caused severe flooding, resulting in schools being closed today as officials continue cleanup efforts. There were reports of land slippage and homes being destroyed. We get more in this CCN TV6 report.
Of the reports reaching TEMA, over 15 fallen trees, over 11 reports of residential flooding. 1 person had to be accommodated at the shelter in Canaan Bonaccord, while the home of Adolphius Adonis collapsed. TV6 visited Mr. Adonis at Belmont Road, Mason Hall, where he said he lost everything. Tell us what happened this morning.
This morning, due to the inclement weather, the house, you have a house on the top.
Yes.
So apparently the water from up on the house, up on the hill, come down, and the landslide come down with the house. So this is what happened.
So your house collapsed?
And the house collapsed.
While still in Mason Hall, this time Sandy River, where Agatha Pierre McLean said a retaining wall fell some months ago, and since then, when rain falls, she and 3 other residents are now worried their homes may collapse.
Right now it is hurting because anything could happen. I'm not sleeping comfortably in the night because every minute a little piece is going away, as you can see.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Turning now to the Bahamas, where cleanup efforts continue in areas affected by Hurricane Dorian early this month. Officials estimate about 1.5 billion pounds of debris in Grand Bahama and Abaco.
It's going to be about 2 million cubic meters of debris generated in Abaco and about Marsh Harbor. That equates to about 1.5 billion pounds of debris. So we identified potential laydown sites where we could place these items. And our real plan, a key feature of the plan is we hope to actually take these items out of the country. Because obviously such a large amount is going to overwhelm the landfill and dump systems in Marsh Harbor.
And finally, the U.S. Congress may have no choice but to pursue impeachment against President Donald Trump if an investigation shows he pressured Ukraine to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden. The stance by House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff came as Trump and his allies continued to defend the president's phone call, which was reportedly the subject of a complaint by a whistleblower. We get more from Reuters TV.
I said absolutely nothing wrong.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday defended himself over reports that he pressured his Ukrainian counterpart to investigate 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden and his son.
That call was a great call. It was a perfect call. A perfect call. What wasn't perfect is the horrible thing that Joe Biden said. And now he made a lie when he said he never spoke to his son.
The conflict stems from a July 25th phone call with recently elected Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump repeatedly pressured Zelensky to have Biden and his son Hunter investigated over the firing of a Ukrainian prosecutor who was probing Hunter Biden's business dealings in Ukraine. Biden was vice president at the time. He's admitted threatening to withhold aid unless the prosecutor was fired. The wider U.S. government and the European Union made the same demand, saying the prosecutor was failing to pursue major corruption cases.
You should be asking him the question.
Biden on the campaign trail in Iowa Saturday accused Trump of abusing his power and pushing a foreign government to punish a perceived political opponent.
Trump's doing this because he knows I'll beat him like a drum.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.